they want to drink Merlot, we're drinking Merlot.
Wow.
Merlot right out of the gate.
Not drinking any Merlot.
Okay, relax, Miles. Jesus, no Merlot.
Right out of the gate.
all right.
I love
No
it.
oops
That's
necessary.
awesome. Crocodile, thank you for the no Merlot. I appreciate it. That's awesome. Mills,
Good timing.
It is good to see you. Perfect, amazing timing. I just said to Keith, I'm like, well, I should start this. Can we start the show with an F-bomb? Can we drop one right away?
Right away. Yes.
Did not mean to start the show that way. Crocodile, you are all good. Appreciate you. Baker, it is
And-
good to see you as well.
And it's true. We're not drinking any.
We are not drinking any Merlot tonight. We
No.
are not doing that here on the About Beverages podcast. I'm Andrew.
And I'm Keith.
And we will be having a wine, though, which I'm very excited for. Oh, I didn't hit that. Damn it. Well, it's already too late.
Oh, no.
It's already too late.
Not this far.
Because I have to re-edit anyway. I'd have to pull the video down and start over again.
Damn
Nope,
it.
It's the download. My gosh, Keith, you had one job to do.
I
You were
got
able
it.
to tweet today, so you were
I
very
tweeted,
excited.
I know.
You were so excited to tweet that we forgot to hit the blue button.
It's not that far in.
So you don't understand the process.
No, that's true. I don't. Okay.
Because we would miss the first few minutes.
We can do it again.
You want to start it again? Okay, we're going to start it all again. No, we're not going to do that. Let's get boozy. We are going to get a little boozy tonight. Panta, how's it going? Thank you for the lurk. Hello,
Not
how are
boozy,
you?
but Boozy.
We've got a few things tonight. We've actually, some notches are going to be kicked up. Like normally we start out with something non-alcoholic, which we are starting out with.
True.
But we're starting out with something that's got a little of the wacky tobacco in it.
That's what they say.
In honor of Friday being, or not Friday, in honor of Sunday being 420.
Sunday. And Easter.
And Easter.
Yeah. Hey, we have a couple of.
We know why he's rising. It's apparently for the weed.
We have a couple of high holiday items.
Oh, we do.
Whoa.
We do, actually. Also, the devil's lettuce. Exactly, Ghost Vio. Good to see you, too. Yeah, we have a couple things for the high holiday. We also have a Lagunitas Waldos IPA, their triple IPA, which went down this year a little bit in alcohol.
Yeah.
Right?
We've had it in the past. Pretty much every year that is available in Arizona. But last year it did not get to Arizona for whatever reason. But this year it has made an appearance. And since it made an appearance, I purchased some.
It did, so that it could make an appearance here on the show.
Yeah, that's
We
right.
do always usually like that, especially the value to taste to alcohol ratio of all. You're taking all of that into consideration.
Yeah.
It's usually pretty good. Lucky, it is good to see you. And look at that. He even has a Lucky brand
On
shirt on right
purpose.
there.
On
Just for
purpose.
Lucky right
You've
there.
been popping in quite a bit lately while I'm here. So, hey.
Oh, Lucky is always popping if Keith's around for sure. Yeah, let's get into. Oh, and then obviously the final act of the show is the Trader Joe's Diamond Reserve
Yeah.
Baranos.
Barolo.
But no, I was going to say Baranos Estate, isn't it? Bassano? It's right
Look
there.
at that picture. Where is
Bassano Estate, Barolo.
Okay.
Okay, there we go. An apple is Manzana,
An apple is manzana.
and Barsana is there. So there, it's all those things. Lucky had a slight headache this morning, but it was worth it. Oh, Lucky, I'm sad you
But
had a
it was
headache this
worth
morning.
it, though. So it must have been.
Barsano.
It must have been something that worthwhile that precipitated that.
Oh, I know why.
But it was worth it.
Lucky did some rating with us last night, and Lucky was enjoying some vanilla Crown Royal in his. What Sprite were you drinking? So it was.
Oh.
So we got fun Lucky last night. Extra fun Lucky last night. Yeah. Sun Kiss. There it was.
Just put some Liquor 43 in there and just make it a cotton candy vanilla fest. There we go.
Sunny D. Hey, Sunny D. That sounds good. Barolo. I think I've had that before. Sounds great. Is this one? Obviously, there's been other Barolos at Trader Joe's before, I'm sure, as well, or that.
Yeah, we've
that
carried
style,
a couple over the years. We carry one regularly throughout the year, and it's always sold very well. I haven't had a lot of Barolo because I think the one or two times I've had it, it's been very dry, like almost too dry. Definitely a food wine for me. But this, well, who highly recommended it to us.
I think I heard Fitz may have highly recommended.
He was going to buy a case of it. I don't know if he did or not.
It was his recommendation of how much he was going to buy is what sold me on it. Because
a case.
I've also kind of found that sometimes with Barolo. It seems like the few that I have had, which is very limited. Like I said, I've always been kind of like, okay, it's a little,
a little thin, a little dry.
A little dry, yeah.
But, so definitely this could be, at least in his estimation, and if it is what I think, it would probably be a good wine for Easter if you're still looking for something to get out. Once again, we haven't tried that. We've skipped. We've jumped ahead discussion wise on our arc here, but because I'm very an homage to Prince, who I actually think it was like 9 years ago he died.
Oh, really? Was it?
It was in April of 2016.
Purple Keef.
That's right, Purple Keef.
This is not actually grape soda, which I've kept calling it that. I think even during streaming this week as I was playing some games and stuff. Purple Passion, which I think is just their fun way of saying that, because I always remember conversations going around. It's like people don't like when you say grape, people make like think of kid stuff. I guess. What's wrong with being the kid? I don't know.
No,
but that's like there's a negative connotation, I guess, to like grape or grape soda for some reason.
drink.
I suppose. But yeah, this is about as dark a grape as that purple as there can be. It reminds me of the Pitch Black Mountain Dew that I love so much. Depending on the hail we are getting later tonight, might have ice for my drink. Oh my gosh.
That might be kind of cool, actually, to catch some hail.
Yeah.
Especially, and then...
Would you be out there with your rocks glass trying to do it?
Or with something, with a food approved, or
food grade.
A food grade container of some sort, harvesting the hail.
I have a food grade basket that I came up with.
Harvesting hail for these beverages. And then, excuse me, my ice must come from the heavens.
They always talk about like, here's like the most expensive cocktails and stuff like that, because it's like, oh, it's got Macallan 25. And it's like, no, even more expensive, ice from the heavens, the heavens above.
I have harvested ice from, I don't know where Mills is from, but yeah, the ice from that particular region could be very it's so sought after.
The Midwestern ice is very hardy.
Oh yes, there we go.
It's very hard. Purple Drank. I know the Purple Drank has made an appearance, but yeah. Anyway, we had one last week. We had the root beer. Keith running around with the hotel ice bucket. Yeah, there you go.
Trying to catch.
We had last week from Keef. We had their root beer. It was their Bubba Kush root beer, which had this whole can has 10 milligrams of cannabis, of THC in it. So this is Cannabis-Infused. The root beer it played very well with. You could not like. I don't mind that flavor per se, because we used to. What was it? The Hemperor.
Oh yeah,
from New Belgium. Yeah. That smelled like a rock concert when you open it up.
Yeah, that's right.
That one, like I said, I don't mind. Like I said, that aroma was like totally fine. Like I said, the root beer, you could barely taste it at the end. Like I said, so it was good at covering that up. Yep. It was a little more, I don't know, what did you say last week? Winter green? Like,
I got a lot of winter green in there, yeah.
Make sure.
Slow mode.
It always claims that, but I feel it's always just like...
Why are we in slow mode?
Yeah, see, we're not. It's all lies.
In slow mode?
It's all lies. Yeah. All right.
This room is not in slow mode. Not yet.
Oh, that...
Grape funk?
So I was just going to say, it's melted down grape icy otter pop, and then a little bit of like someone just blew some smoke by me.
Definitely the funkiness is...
It's in there more. You get the initial very sweet grape. Like I said, again, I said otter pop like a few weeks ago, and I know people were like, what's an otter pop? Like, it's, I don't know, what is it? What else? Like the... liquid ice, like I don't know what else are those called. Those have another.
Oh yeah, there's popsicles.
Icy pop, like this is basically like an icy popsicle.
Something that comes in a plastic. Yeah, never mind.
Yeah, exactly.
I'm gonna stop right now.
Can't have the giggles before actually consuming. I already have them. I tell you. Yeah, you definitely get the aroma. And it's in the taste too.
It's there.
It's in the taste. I kind of
like it though.
I kind of like it. It's this, you know how people, they like the sweet and savory.
Yeah.
That's literally what this is.
It's grape funk.
Who needs a grape funk?
Grape funk.
You need the grape funk.
Grape funk.
They may have already been consumed. I mean, this is our fourth one of these because we really wanted to make sure. No, it's not. It's not. I really like this. Again, these
are very cool.
I can double check the price again. I think I said $5 or $6 last week. I feel that's accurate, but I will double check right now. This one we were able to order from one of our local establishments.
That funk is, and I know what the funk is, but that flavor.
Do you?
I think that's where the wintergreen was being in, because it's kind of wintergreeny in here as well. I think that was. But it played into the root beer more.
Yeah, I got like very little.
Separate, yeah,
I got very little, if at all.
But I like that.
Yeah. It is fully legal now in Arizona. That is 100%. So everyone that's in chat, your mileage will vary, whatever is legal in your local establishments.
Yeah, I like it because it doesn't blend in. The root beer was cool because it did kind of blend in until the very end. This at the end doesn't, but it pairs very well. $17 for
$6.
Oh,
So
okay.
yeah, right at $6 for a single can.
okay.
Yeah, they're definitely a little expensive. Like I said, yeah, these are $6 a piece. They have a blue raspberry. They have sparkling waters, like all that stuff. They all look like they're like 10
So
milligrams.
what gives it the purple color? They don't add coloring to it.
I'm
do they?
sure.
Oh, really?
What do you think?
Dang it. I don't
I
know.
mean, it's, what was it, Purple Passion?
Purple weed?
Could be. Oh, wow, there's a lot of things on here. 130 calories, serving size 1 can. Oh, here's ingredients. Sorry. I was like, it's got to be here. It's like, this is the paragraph about like in Arizona, this is illegal. Here's all your marijuana restrictions. Filtered water, sugar, natural and artificial flavors, citric acid, cannabis extracted oil, gum, and sucrose agitate.
Well, I'm agitated that there's sucrose.
I know.
In there. Oh, wait, no, it's not sucrose.
It didn't
sucrose.
actually mention any color, but I'm sure there has to be. I mean, I guess it would have to say it though, right? It would have to say
Natural
red dye
and
number
artificial
flavors.
flavors, not colors, though. Huh.
Natural and artificial flavors. Yeah, and then it says citric acid. So,
Huh.
So there's no alcohol percentage. How do they measure the extra ingredients? Grams. That would be funny if they actually said that. It does. It's in milligrams actually. The extra ingredient is in milligrams. So yeah. This if you drank this whole soda, it is the equivalent of having a 10 milligram edible or whatever else. I'm surprised Chucky hasn't already popped in yet. Remember, he was in last week. He's like, I can get 100 bag for 20. It's like,
Oh, yeah.
I don't need to know about your dealer, Chucky. It's fine. We're good. I need 1,000 milligrams to go to sleep at night. The terrors are there. Oh, man. But yeah, this is delicious. This is, definitely very tasty. And
Quite
like you
tasty.
said, I actually like, it's in
contrast.
milligrams. I actually like the contrast. I like being able to taste that in there.
The juxtaposition.
Oh my gosh.
I know.
Wow. Is that a word? Have you started watching Severance again? Is that a Severance word or
No, I haven't. It might be. I haven't watched that. Oh, yeah, we have not watched season 2 yet. No, it's funny. The first time I remember seeing the word juxtaposition was there was something,
There were 2 words that they
and they opposed them. No, it was a describing of the Eagles' music style. And it might be in the greatest hits, or it was something around that time, like when I was like when I was beginning to get into the Eagles. So it'd have to be like the mid '80s.
Oh, okay.
And I remember like just reading like somebody's little biography, and I think it was their juxtaposition of probably rock and country or whatever. But it used that term, and I was like, ooh, I like that.
You made a note.
I must go home and juxtapose freely.
10 grams would likely make you very ill. Yeah, I would say so. Yeah, usually everything is in milligrams for the most part, is what you say. Very, very well. I feel very, very good right now.
Very well.
I feel a little too well. But yeah, like this is delicious. Like I said, again, a little more expensive, but if you wanted it,
Right.
something.
Right.
I can see through time. Crocodile.
And
Yeah.
the end is near.
The end is nigh.
Oh no.
Oh man. That's too funny. I saw a clip the other day with Quentin Tarantino, and I think I'd seen this before, but he was talking about, someone asked him about the perfect trilogy, where every movie kept getting better and better as they went on. They were all like, 10 out of, whatever, very highly acclaimed. And the first one he mentioned, I was like, all right, I'm going to start watching. I haven't watched that one. I've seen them. I know I've seen them before, but it has been so long. I started watching them again. Do you want to have a guess? And they now
movies? 3 movies?
3 movies. So
that each one gets better?
Yeah, that wow, this one was really good. This is a great movie. Wow, they improved on that one and it got even better. Because he talked about, he's like, there's a lot of 2 movies where you get like the second one is better, which he didn't say The Godfather, but I'm sure he was thinking that, where they, they keep even getting better, but then the third one winds up falling off. Whereas he said this third movie then even just blew that out of the water. So if anyone in chat wants, they've probably seen this, like I said, so.
If somebody says it, don't let me.
Okay.
If it comes up there, don't let me. Because I kind of want to think. Because I don't think I'm going to figure it out. Because one of the first ones I think of is Indiana Jones. But to me,
the second one is not.
The
as
second
good.
one is not.
Yeah, it takes a
the
dip.
first and and we just watched a lot of the third one.
I like the second one now more than I like. It's
kind of creepy with whole
it is.
heart.
It goes in the heart.
Yeah, and the kids and the chanting and the
So it's like a nightmare.
Now, can it be 3 movies within like say you wanted to pick Harry Potter movies?
No, it's not that.
Okay, so it has, but I'm just okay. So
I'm
it's
not saying that. I'm not saying that criteria could have.
So, but it could be more than
he's said a trilogy specifically. Okay. So a trilogy would only be these 3 movies, and now we're done.
I don't even know.
And he said a trilogy then just got like
it's definitely not Jaws.
Kalima, exactly. Yeah, yeah. When he just goes in, and he just like pushes in, and then also it does get so cheesy when he reaches in though. Yeah. It's just like, yeah, it's funny.
It's, you know what? So
it's movies I have seen. So they're
obviously it's Die Hard. It can't be Die Hard.
No,
because that's.
I think that goes down each one. Second one doesn't go down too far, but the third one definitely goes.
Can't be Lethal Weapon.
No, again, the first 2 really good. I think you could make the see. That's what I said. There's a lot of 2 movies that are like Terminator 1 and 2, like also. We know it's not Back to the Future.
We were
because the second one for me, I like the third one. I think the second one does take a dip. I like the third one.
I still haven't seen number 2 or 3 yet.
Of Back to the Future?
I've seen parts of 2 and nothing of 3.
You took me to see Back to the Future when it was in the theater.
And
then you just said, "I'm done. I don't want the rest of the trilogy.
I
don't want it. I'm finished."
It's because Lethal Weapon just came on yesterday after we were watching something.
Those first 2 Lethal Weapon, like I said, obviously Mel Gibson is a weirdo.
And it starts out with Jingle Bell Rock. And we were like, what movie is this?
He made the right choice. Stopping after the first Back to the Future.
I chose wisely.
Yeah.
Yeah, and so I'd forgotten it starts out with Jingle Bell Rock. And that, you know who on Lethal Weapon, the first one, the girl who does the, you know who that is, right?
It's somebody famous. I've seen people talk about it. I can't remember. Or
sort of
known.
Yeah, known. Yes. Yeah.
I don't remember who it is.
Kelly.
Oh, that is?
Yeah.
Oh, that's okay.
She plays Amanda Hunsaker. So, Jaws. It's got to be Jaws.
Yeah. Home Alone. Good try.
Oh, Star Wars?
No, but that's good though. But I don't know. Does anybody think though that Return of the Jedi is better than Empire? It has to be that then the third one gets better than the other ones too. It's tough. Anybody else have a favorite trilogy out there? Like I said, I thought
actually I just need some trilogies to choose from. Superman? No. God, I really thought that somebody that could it be the prequels to to Star Wars?
It's the first 3 Star Wars. 1, 2, 3 is Star Wars 1, 2, 3. No. Simon Pegg's Corando series. Oh,
are they movies I've seen? Because I have a feeling there's like a Lord of the Rings or something.
No, it's not it.
And I've never seen that. Or
the Unbreakable split glass trilogy is good. Oh, I love Unbreakable is so underrated. I love Unbreakable so much. That is such a cool thing. And Split, I know I went and saw, and I have not. I actually think I own Mr. Glass, and I've never watched it. The last one, they did that 3-movie thing. But yeah, Unbreakable is. I know.
I think
Split was good though. Split was really good though because you didn't know that it wasn't, like I said, part of that thing, and like then at the end it was kind of revealed. It's really good. I think Unbreakable is excellent. Okay, I'll watch. I literally think I may own it because like I bought it like we were intending to watch it. Same thing with Tenet. I own Tenet, but I have not watched
the Santa Claus movies.
Wait, no. So you were asking? I don't think you have. I don't think you've ever watched any of these movies in their entirety.
How?
But you've probably seen them, and they are like.
Are they Quentin Tarantino movies?
That would be hilarious.
I guess he's only done 2 that were.
Yeah, they're cultural. I would say that they are kind of cultural touchstones to some extent.
And what time period?
Mid 60s. 60s into 60s. Into,
Bond?
No.
No.
Have to rewatch the other 2 before you watch Glass is very important. Okay. I mean, I'll like I said, Unbreakable. You don't have to beg me to watch Unbreakable. I love that movie.
60s.
Crocodile. Maybe we should do like a viewer, like a watch party, like in Discord, and we just sit there and watch them together over like
Crocodile Dundee. Oh wait, no.
There's only 2 of those. Was there a 3rd one?
I don't know. 60s.
I think the first one was 64. I think it was like 64, 65, 66, something like that, like mid 60s.
Really?
Maybe 68 was the last one. Look it up to be sure. I know it's the 60s.
Huh.
Anybody else favorite trilogies out there? You can guess this.
I don't know how many trilogies did he mention that he likes?
I only heard that one because I stopped.
Oh, that's it. Okay.
because he's like, I think he's because he was saying like, there's
Each one keeps getting better.
he basically said that he said it was his favorite trilogy, and he said and he's like, there are so few, if barely any, good trilogies out there where each movie keeps successfully like getting better. Like, you know, we were just mentioning Indiana Jones, but the second one, for us at least, dips down to the third one, which, you know, and I don't think the third one's better than the first one.
I don't know if the third one's better than the first one.
I mean, the first one is just amazing. Like I said, but he said like the first one is like, it's not like the first one is shit and then it got better.
Right.
It's like the first one was like, wow, this is a great movie. This is really good. Oh my gosh, they added even, oh wow, this one is even a little bit better. And then the third one, oh my God, this one is an even more of a masterpiece.
I got it. Smoking the Bandit.
Was there 3 of those?
I don't think so.
Oh, okay.
Damn it.
Yeah, the first movie was made in 1964. It's not again, it's a movie I had seen and I had to go look, and they were on streaming service options. So I was like, oh, I'm going to watch. And it actually, Crocodile got it.
Oh, okay. Clint Eastwood movies? Really?
Yeah.
It's funny. I almost said, The Unforgiven. I almost joked about that. I was like, wait, that wasn't one.
Yeah, 64. Is that what got it for you when I said 64? Yeah. Fistful of Dollars, few dollars more, and then The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
Huh. I don't think I've seen any of those movies.
I 100%, I think I agree with them. Like, obviously there's some little things here and there, like I said, to the, you're looking at it from 2025 back to those.
Yeah.
That was a giveaway. Gotcha.
And those are the Italian ones, aren't those? The
spaghetti westerns.
The spaghetti westerns. Okay.
So anyway, so I was like, you know what? Over the next few nights. Yeah, exactly. I was like, I'm going to watch these over the next few nights. I've only got the first one the other night because I was busy last night, but all shot. Yeah, they were all shot in Spain.
And they are
even though it's
trilogy, so they're all connected then.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, because it's the Man with No Name trilogy, because he's the same character throughout.
Okay.
When he said 60s, I knew Clint was the only one to do anything like that during that time. Yeah, that's actually probably true, thinking about that. But yeah,
all right.
So I watched the first one, Blondie. Oh, you mean the movie, the band Blondie? Call me anytime.
Because if it was the 70s, then I guess it could have been the Dirty Harry movie. But I'm not saying
They didn't stop at 3.
Oh, yeah, there's a lot of those. Right?
Yeah. The Dirty Harry movies are real good.
I've never seen all of those either.
The original Dirty Harry.
Seen part of the first one.
Oh, my gosh. Those are really good.
This is a .357 Magnum. The world's most powerful revolver.
Yeah.
And it can blow your head clean off.
Yeah.
As you can tell, I've seen that part.
Yeah. I think everyone's seen that part. That movie's great. First Dirty Harry. First 3 or 4 Dirty Harry movies are really good. And then they kind of, things dip down a little bit. But yeah, I watched it and I was like, this is really good. Like, yeah, this is really, like, so the music is really good. For that time period, the set design, the dialogue, there's a lot of like double crosses and stuff that he's kind of playing 2 warring factions like against each other throughout the whole movie. And just basically trying to make a fistful of dollars. He's trying to make some money, but then there's a little bit of the Han Solo like jerk with a heart of gold kind of thing, where then he winds up doing something nice, even and But yeah, it was really good. I look forward to. I remembered a lot of that movie when I was watching it. I don't remember a few dollars more as much. But then, so I'm excited to watch all 3. So I'm gonna, like I said, maybe tonight. Like I said, if I have some time, I might put that on for the second one. But you can find them on. You can rent them for $3.99 in a lot of places, or if you have Amazon Prime, like we do, you can get them there for free because they're part of MGM, so they're owned by doesn't Amazon own all that stuff now? Warner Brothers and Clint basically created the high-profile sequel, according to one of the film documentaries I have watched. It makes sense. Like, it 100% seems like that with those. But yeah, they're really good. It's actually kind of neat. I don't know if anybody, and I haven't watched many. If you've ever watched a movie on Amazon Prime, they have, and I don't know if they do this for all of them. Maybe like this one might have been. They do something. They have X-ray vision, or it's called like X-ray something on there.
Oh yeah.
And yeah, it like gives you facts and stuff as you're watching the movie.
I've seen that's there, but I didn't know what that was.
It's very cool because I had it on my phone when I was looking at stuff. It's really great. Like I said, and I kept seeing, like, I would kind of click to check something and there'd be something else and I would go look and it was like, in this scene, there is what was it? It like even it would point out like things that like the bottle moves 3 times when the camera cuts back and forth, like the bottle's in the wrong spot. Like it would even point out like things that were like inaccuracies, like in, you know, continuity. Sorry, that was what word I was looking for. Like it'd be like continuity. It would literally like title it continuity error, and then it would tell you what it was in the scene. And then there'd be like, oh, when Clint Eastwood first went for this movie, and as the scene changed, it would show you like, oh, now this actor is in the scene. It would give like a little biography on it. And you could look at it or not look. Like it wasn't like it was pop-up video constantly popping, but it's whenever I was kind of like, oh, is there a fact going? Like you could kind of like look. I thought it was really neat. Like I said, for someone like me that I like all that kind of a lot of that stuff. Like I used to buy. I mean, the reason I used to buy movies on DVD and Blu-ray were just for the commentaries. I love listening to the director's commentaries. I love how how everything is made, and I love hearing those backstory. Like that's 100% my jam. So
there's some stuff with that. With the, you still have the moonlighting?
I do. They're sitting right on the top there. I keep meaning to give them back to you.
Oh, there's stuff with that too. There.
Oh, is there?
With David, with Bruce Willis and Glenn Cairn talking about certain things. Yeah, God, that goes back to the last house I watched. Some of that stuff.
Mostly use it when I know I recognize an actor and can't place it. Yeah, that's nice too. If you're like, oh, what else have they been in? Like you can kind of look up their IMDb. Really, it's neat. Like I said, especially if you've seen the movie, it's not distracting because it's not. This one I didn't do it too often, but I kept looking every once in a while. I was like, oh, it was a really neat feature. Like I said, I wish more things would do that. Like, and again, I don't know how many movies it's on, but yeah, it was really cool because it even put up something there. It's like. I think I don't know if it listed as a continuity error or just an error of something like this is taking place in the south, in the west, but since it was filmed in Spain, there are no cactuses. Like you see because it looks, the dirty dust, like everything that looks fine, but there's no cacti anywhere. No. And they're like, no, they just didn't have it. But, all right. I need to grab glasses. Do you want to take a break or you just want me to grab glasses? I have everything else.
Everything else is here?
Yeah.
I might just stand up for a second.
Okay. All right. We're going to take a very quick break, grab some glasses, switch these out. And then when we come back, we're going to do, what are we going to find where he's at? We're going to go looking.
Let's find Waldo. We've already prepped ourselves a little bit by drinking, a few milligrams of.
That's true. I think I had about 7, you had 3.
Yeah. Good. That's good. I have to drive home.
That was the ratio we were looking for. All right. We will be right back. We have returned. Floggin', thank you for the raid. Appreciate it. What were you doing? What are you up to? If you guys are not following Floggin', maybe drop a little follow at the top of the screen. If the heart is not filled in, follow, please. Fill in that heart. Make it super, super easy. If that heart has already left the top of the screen, which we always are not huge fans of. It goes away so quickly. I don't know why it has to go away.
Why does the heart go away?
I don't know.
The heart should go on and on.
It should. It does for us, for sure. Like I said, just like...
every night.
There we go. Just like Celine Dion right there.
That heart.
You can right-click on the link I put in chat, open up a tab, and hit the follow button as well. 7 days to die. Wow, that's longer than I would have thought.
Too many days.
Is that too many days?
Too many days of dying.
On the 7th day, he rested... and was dead.
Yeah. After 7 days.
That's how rested he was.
That's how it went. Yes.
And it's definitely how it went. It's Waldos. It is Waldos. We like trying to find these every year when we can. We talked about this earlier. Could not get it last year, correct?
Correct.
Yeah. So it's been a couple years since we've had one. This one went down a little bit in ABV.
Yeah, I think we've seen it as high as 11.9. You think 12 maybe?
I could have sworn there was, but maybe that was one of the other triples. For some reason, 12.3 is in my head, but that might have been one of their other triples that they did, because they've had some other one-hitter series that get up there. Or maybe I'm even thinking of one of the willetized ones. But anyway, yeah, this one went down just a little bit, but still a pretty healthy amount of alcohol.
Still gets over 11%. So, and as depending on how we feel about it, it's usually very similar. Some are better than others.
Did you want to split?
No. Well, yeah, I think so. Okay. Yes. We got some wine later. So, yeah, no.
Okay. 11.4 is spicy. Chucky, how's it going? Good to see you.
But usually they're, especially the value. Now, even though they have, what used to be like $2 a bottle, now it's like $2.17 a bottle, but that's still a good value based on precedent, based on the history of this usually being sometimes better than others, but at the very minimum, good. a good beer. So
yeah, like I said, usually it was always a pretty solid IPA, a little more on the maltier side, but like I said, some good hop flavor coming through, and then again that kind of boozy and stuff. Like I said, was usually hard to find in this price range, so we always appreciated Lagunitas for that. Hooray, responsibility!
Hooray for Captain Spaulding. Okay.
Now we're going even further back.
I know.
We talked about the good, the
Those
bad, and the
trilogies.
ugly.
Maybe he was talking about
maybe.
the trilogies of the Marx Brothers.
I could have watched the rest of the little clip. Maybe there was more trilogy to
Animal
talk about, but he
crackers.
said the Man with No Name trilogy, so I started watching it. Even though I'm pretty sure, like I said, I know I've seen at least 2 of them. Good color, nice, dark, that kind of copper orange kind of.
Yep, definitely had that. Both of those.
That was the old Red Stripe commercial. Oh my gosh.
Hooray beer. They say that, and then probably that too.
Nice. Malty,
Yep.
sweet, savory once again. We've had 2 things now in honor of Sunday's 420 high holiday. We did another Keef soda just a little bit ago. If you guys missed out on that, there is the link right there. And then the Waldos is also in honor of that as well. Which this is the time of year it usually does come out around.
Yeah, in April usually you see it, but
Didn't look. Did it say on there?
when
Do they do brew dates on here? Maybe not.
sometimes I'm right around on the shoulder there, but
I don't see anything.
oh wait, is there? I thought
Was it on
right
the
by your... No, it must just be an angle of.
angle of the dangle?
Oh wait, no, actually.
Oh wow. Well, that's not going to happen. We'll try.
420. Yes, there is confliction.
It looks like a little run together code. Not sure.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
But it's usually pretty fresh as
Yeah.
long as you get around April.
They brew
you're
it
fine.
for release in April, so I'm sure it was probably
420 and Easter, the conflict.
bottled sometime. At last month.
Usually
would be
end
my-
of March. Yeah, it's usually
Yeah.
what they've done before. I might be able to look on the 6-pack that I got. That might have a stamp on it sometimes.
Might. Yeah.
It's a little tang, like in the middle of the tongue. There's like a little like lemony.
It's not quite as
Something.
dank as normal.
Yeah, I was gonna
It's
say
almost a little too drinkable in a way.
it's a little too crushable.
It's good, but not as quite as complex as I'd say previous years. But it's still good.
I would say so. Like I said, the body's there, which is good. Like all
Yeah.
that kind of stuff. Like I said, there is a little nice boozy quality at the back, which I like. But yeah, usually it's always been that there's a little bit more savory and a little bit more dank.
Yeah.
So it's missing out on that like a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's still very good, and I think it's still a pretty good value. Who knows? Maybe if it ages a little bit. Probably not too much though. High octane beers tend to lose complexity at times. Yeah, like I said, I don't know if they, you never know if they just kind of switched up some of the hops or just did something
Yeah.
a little bit different, but it's still really good.
Yeah.
And definitely, like I said, good value too when it comes to all that stuff.
And any interesting story, you can go to, obviously you've got the page up now, but to go to their website and how this started. I think isn't this like the 70s it goes back to?
Yeah,
or-
there's
Yeah.
a lot of information about how it.
yeah.
Ooh, ponderosa pine, citrus, and dankness is what they say for their tasting.
Well, and you got
notes.
some like lemony something.
I
sort of
definitely
it.
did
So
get
there's
citrus.
that.
Definitely did get the citrus. Like I said, the pininess is there. It's just like maybe just a little bit lighter than normal,
Yeah.
but still. I mean, it's like I said, it's still very good. Availability, highly limited. Highly limited,
Yes.
but still quite delicious.
Oh, I like how the bottle. Oh, it tips a little.
Yeah, it moves.
That's
Yeah,
kind
as
of
you're
cool.
scrolling up and down. Yeah, their website's fun.
They should have it then pour out.
It's just empty. When you get to the very bottom,
Yeah,
it's just like on its
it's-
side.
yeah.
It's broken.
like we do with our thing.
That's true.
Where we got the glasses at the end of the show.
That's true.
They stole that from us.
They took it. What other? So this was one of their, like on your, when you go to order it, it says like their special releases or whatever. How do they categorize it?
The one hitter, right? Or is that what it?
No, I don't think these are called one hitter.
Yeah,
Just-
that's what it was on our
That was what it
one
was.
hitter release.
Oh, it is. Okay. Sorry.
Yeah.
Yep.
So yeah, it was the one hitter release, which I thought could be this, but usually we've been able to order more, but it only let us order 2
Would that mean
cases.
the
so-
Willetize could be that if it came around again?
Wouldn't that be? It seems like for some reason this is one We carry right now just Lagunitas' IPA, and that's it from Lagunitas. We used to carry like a seasonal from them.
And this.
Different. Well, yeah.
I'm just kidding.
Yeah, no, we would carry the seasonal, and it seemed like there may have been, but now we just carry that.
Didn't you guys
so I
used
was
to carry the
happy to
daytime?
see. No,
No?
I never had the daytime.
Oh, okay.
But yeah, our beer selection, it's funny, over the 20 years I've been there, it was not very good. And then it got really good and expanded. And now it's consolidated again, but now it's actually getting, there's
Is it
more
growing
stuff
a little
again.
bit?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Well, because we've got those two things from Pedal House now.
Oh, yeah.
There's a couple of
They're
Tombstone
kind of being a
beers
little
that-
more local than almost a little bit.
Local-
Southern Arizona.
but yeah, and yet
It's
it's like they're not like we have a couple Tombstone beers that showed up on that, but it's the good enough, which we tried, which was not good enough.
No.
And then they're just like
Need to be
like
more.
their regular cerveza, as opposed to like any of their
Any
IPAs
IPA
or
that they make that are delicious.
Yeah, anything like that. So it's a little frustrating, but yeah. So the beer selection is getting bigger again and more local focus, which I like. That's good.
Yeah, that's really cool.
So.
Yeah, I mean, because that's nice when you go into, like, if you're either on vacation or anything else, if you go into, like, you go into a Trader Joe's anyway, because you're familiar with a lot of the products, it's obviously going to be good quality stuff. And then it's like, oh, what do they have here that's local and different? Like, that's what you want to find. You want to find, whatever random, like, different beers and stuff they may have in there.
Yep. But it's still, it's good. I think there've been better years, but this is still good.
We're not even just
bought a
talking beer.
six-pack.
Oh, wait.
Yeah. there have been better years.
Better years. Oh, man.
But this is still a good year.
But this is still, yeah.
It was a very good year for Waldo's beer.
I purchased with a fake ID.
That's right.
My brain was Brian McGee.
That would be one to get up there.
Stayed up late listening to Queen. Oh, I should, yeah. When I was 17.
That's a
I
very good.
purchased with a fake. My name was Brian McGee.
Brian McGee.
That's a good Simpsons episode.
Oh man,
That show's still on.
I actually don't know. Probably.
Does anybody know? Is Simpsons actually still? Are they about to go into their like
season
30,
38 or
30
something?
something? Yeah. Is it still on?
I would think if it stopped, there'd be like a very big fanfare.
You would think. Still open? No, sorry. Simpsons is still airing. It was renewed through season 40.
Whoa.
According to Wikipedia, the series has been running for over 30 seasons and is the longest running. Oh, wait. What? Show is renewed for 4 more seasons, which takes it through at least season 40.
Wow.
So they're in season 36-ish.
Whew.
Wow. That's nuts.
Those people, they never age.
Thank God it was an animated show.
What would they do though? Like if
There's a lot of people that do impressions.
you think
I don't know.
Dan
Are you talking
Castellaneta?
Are you talking about sometime? Because
If one of them
I bet
passed?
they're like, let's get to season 40 and then we're done.
Yeah. But but what if like right now,
Season
like all of a
37.
sudden Julie Kavner or Dan Castellaneta or any of the big ones, what's it, Cartwright and Ridley Smith, any of like those
main ones.
Yeah, I mean, and I don't know, does Harry Shearer still do voices? Does Hank Azaria?
I know
still?
Hank Azaria I thought still
Okay,
does.
so I mean, those would be a little different because they're not the main characters. And I wonder what the voices change over the years. I wonder.
I mean, with technology now too, like if you,
Well,
like I
that's
don't know if
true.
you've ever like heard like because where like Trey Parker and Matt Stone used to do all the voices like 100% with where they
Okay.
were, and then now over the years they still do them, but they record them and then they move it up like a half. They like move it up like a half semitone,
okay.
like just through the
Okay.
software. They just know that like Cartman's now down here, and then it gets
Wow,
moved up a little bit.
That's pretty cool.
I think just probably for consistency and stuff. But yeah, that would be interesting. God, we have 40 seasons. That's ridiculous. And Simpsons too. Like I don't know if they've changed. They always did like what 20, 22. Like they were doing like a full season.
They do 2 episode seasons now.
Yeah, they have 4 more seasons. There's only 10 episodes.
Only 10 episodes.
Throw
That's
across
it.
all of them.
That's
yeah.
it. That's all there's going to be. It's funny. Because I probably watched them regularly through season 9 or 10. And
Yeah.
now that seems like that's like over 20 years ago.
It's over 20 years
I
ago.
stopped
Exactly.
watching Simpsons. Wow. That's crazy. That's crazy.
Yeah, that is a lot.
Have you ever heard Jeff Goldblum interviewed? I think we talked about him when he was on the Ted Danson's podcast.
Yes. Yeah, I have heard him interview before. He's very interesting.
He was just on Smartless podcast as well.
Okay, I had to listen to like that was like going to be the one that was like currently
Yeah.
this is paid for or whatever, or whenever I was looking at the time.
That was he's very eccentric, but he's like always talking, always thinking. But he's very gracious, and also too, I loved it that he did research listening to their podcast. And he knew, he's like, I know how you guys end your show. And he was like, I'm trying, you know how they do the buying.
Yeah.
And he's like, and so he actually set them up with a couple of things to use for the buy.
Oh my God.
And
That's
he's like, I know
outstanding.
how you guys do this. He's like, so I want to, but anyway, yeah, he's very talented and very eccentric, but
And he knows who
very
he is
interesting.
too. He's
He
like
does.
very
He
like
does.
that's one of those things like he knows who he's comfortable in his own skin.
Yeah.
He knows who he is, and like he's like I'm gonna give kind of like Christopher Walken too. Also,
Yeah.
like they know what people want, and I'm gonna give them what they want.
Yep.
You know, he's not. No, that's really good.
Yeah, it's. There was one point I laughed out loud, and it wasn't like it was just the way he responded. They're like, can you share a little bit? Will you share a little bit about that with us? He's like, I can, and I will. And I just laughed out loud, just the way he's like, yes, I sure can, and I'll be happy to.
His series on Disney where he explored the fascination with sneakers or mad. I love that series. I still have a few more to watch, but my wife and I watched a bunch of those. Those were really because there was ones on ice cream and sneakers and like all this kind of stuff. It was just like it was not Christopher White. It was Jeff Goldblum. Like, I'm interested in this thing. What is it? And then it's cool because they have him interviewing and talking to people that obviously had something to do with that, and then it would turn into then sometimes full on like science information about like how the process of this is made and so it's
cool.
That was a great balance of those two things. It's on Disney Plus. Was it right? It was Disney Plus technically through National Geographic or something for some reason. But yeah, it was his. It was great. It was like what was it called? It's like it's not The World According to Jeff Goldblum, but it was like Jeff Goldblum's interesting. It had some funny little name to it. But anyway, I just finished listening to the latest Good Hang with Amy Poehler. Was the most recent one because it was Catherine Hahn. So I immediately said I need to listen to this.
I haven't started that one
It's
yet.
good. It's very fun. It's very. I again also laughed out loud several times as I went back to. Speaking of Smartless, I went back to the podcast with Adam Scott,
Oh yeah.
and I was yeah.
Oh, the best.
Oh my God, I was dying.
That's beautiful.
Yeah.
They're still going with that too.
That was what you
Yeah.
told me about, right?
Yeah.
That was like they keep. Oh my
Yeah.
God, just even that it had gone for a while, and then they were like, I didn't like the second act. And then he's like, I'm going to milk this for all it's worth. But yeah, if anybody listens to Smartless, you probably know what we're talking about. Yeah, that was hilarious and just just really interesting. Like Will Arnett, just like never. Like his wit is just so perfectly on, and it's my kind of humor where it's like a little bit biting and pointed, and sometimes almost a little like just slightly nasty.
Yeah.
Like sometimes like it's so good.
But I can't, and often it's with like there's certain ones where I'm like, oh, he's gonna do. Oh no, he didn't. He went this way. No, he's gonna go that way.
Yeah.
I go, no, he's and then just the way he said that, and then he goes past it.
Yeah.
Just and his
he's
delivery,
great.
his delivery is great.
The World According to Jeff Goldblum. Okay, there you go. Thank you. Yeah, it's great. Like I said, I don't know if that'll be as you're switching out your services and stuff. I don't know
We
if
haven't switched.
You probably
yet,
will never do Disney Plus, but like I said, it's
Disney is included.
Well, you can't
in
include
Hulu.
Oh yeah, that's how we have it.
Yeah, it's included through like Hulu Live will include that too.
Oh really?
Yeah.
Did you
probably
go
with
back to
commercial.
Hulu Live?
No, we're still on.
Because you were
YouTube.
going to switch, right?
We were going to switch. We haven't yet.
Okay.
Every time it gets to the point where YouTube's going to renew, I'm like, should we do it? And Chris in the pocket's like, yeah, fine if you want to. And I'm also, whatever. And I'm like, no, I'm not going to do it.
Is it a savings thing?
It would save us if we moved to Hulu, actually.
Oh.
Because we're paying already for
because they just raised their
Hulu.
prices, right?
Yeah, YouTube raised their prices.
Oh,
so
okay. So if you did Hulu Live, then that'll wind up including Hulu and Disney Plus.
Yes.
Oh,
that's so. But we missed a couple of channels. I can't remember. And we've got stuff in the DVD. In the.
Oh, it has like a DVR
in the
with YouTube
hopper.
too,
Yeah, we've
it?
got that. So, but I can just
about all that
hold
stuff.
it for like you can just pause service for like 2 or
Hold
3
the
months.
reservation.
So you know how to hold it.
That's how I have it through Hulu Live. Oh, okay. There you go. We have the bundle that I got on at some point that was just. It wound up being, like I said, at least a decent deal where we have Hulu, no commercials, Disney Plus, and then Max. Like all three of those together, and it's like $30 or something. It's basically $10 a service, but
It's good though.
no commercials on all of those.
That's
so I was
very
like,
good.
I was like,
Yeah,
so
no commercials.
I
That's good.
have trouble. Like I said, I like that we get Netflix through our phone, which is obviously it's free,
Yeah.
or whatever we're paying for a phone. But anyway,
Yeah.
like I like having that. But then the only thing is, it's a commercial one.
Oh, right.
They're not too bad. Like even Amazon, though, the other night was annoying because they're trying to get you to not pay for ads and stuff on Amazon.
Right. It's like,
I watched it, and they did like a 3-minute block at the beginning, and I was like, okay. And I thought that was going to be it.
No.
Sometimes they'll do that, and then about halfway through, it was another like 2-minute
Oh.
block. I was like,
it's like I'm already paying for this. When did this change?
Amazon Prime said we need a little more scratch.
Yeah.
Frosty, how's it going? It's good to see you, Frosty. How are you this fine evening? Good to see you. Good to see everybody here tonight.
Yeah.
Have you started anything new series? I know because you finished Brooklyn Nine-Nine. It was like, okay, now we're gonna move.
Yeah.
What were you gonna move to after that?
We got to get Apple Plus so we can do segments and
okay.
all that. But we went back to we put Abbott Elementary on hold. While we're watching other stuff, but that's on. You can watch that on Hulu too. So
she was just on.
Yeah,
Amy
I
Poehler's
haven't
too.
listened to that
Oh,
one.
that
yet.
one's good too.
The last
And I
one
don't even
listened
know anything
to,
about that.
Ike Barinholtz was good. It's a good show. This last season hasn't been quite as funny, but it's still a good show. We enjoy it. There, especially the first few seasons, there were some serious laugh out loud moments.
Amazon's editing for their ads is interesting when they pop in. Yes, I have limited. Like we don't watch a lot of stuff on it. Like I don't even think to look. Because I feel like a couple times when it's been like, oh, it's with your Prime subscription, and I'll like look, it's like $2.99. It's
Yeah,
like,
wait a minute.
and it's so like, I was just glad the movie the other night was not.
Yeah,
It's a liquid dinner today instead of a liquid lunch. Oh, liquid dinner.
but yeah, so we watched that, and then I've
Abbott Elementary. I still need to watch it. I have mentioned that one to.
it's very good. It's like a what do they call them, one camera or whatever.
Oh,
Because it's like they're talking to there's a camera.
there's no
crew
laugh
following
track
them
and all
around.
that kind of crap.
Right.
Gotcha.
But there have been some really good moments, and it's we've enjoyed it. And this season hasn't been quite as funny, but still enjoyable.
Reacher is about the only thing I watch on Amazon right now. I mean, if Sushi was here, she'd be right there with you on that one too. She loves Reacher. Grand Tour and Top Gear reruns. Oh, is that what you got going on tonight, Frosty? Nice. Little Top Gear rerun action. That show keeps being rebooted, it feels like. So, you want to be a detective. You've come to the right place. No.
Wow. All right.
There's only 2 people in this entire chat. Okay, what that is. Oh, that's what you use Amazon for. Gotcha. I thought that was your night. I thought you were listing off what you were doing as you're having your liquid dinner.
So if I say the word sprung, what do you think of?
I'm trying to think of a reference that you would understand.
This thing had we had a sign at work, and it was our dessert table, and it said, "Spring has sprung."
Right. That was what I thought of.
Spring has sprung, but
I thought of Spring is Sprung, but I also thought of as a song by Sir Mix-a-Lot, Sprung on the Cat.
Oh no. Okay. Yeah, I know. Watch it. There. See, there you go. That's Frosty. No,
Sprung, thank you.
Once again, one of the only. I thought you would think.
Well, wait, hold on. No, don't say it yet. Then.
Okay.
Let me think about it. So it's
Sprung. I say it that way. Does that help?
Yeah. Dr. Crane, your glockenspiel sprung to life.
Sprung to life. Yeah. I just saw Spring has sprung. And just immediately I was like,
That's
Dr.
funny.
Crane, your glockenspiel sprung to life.
I almost texted you and Joe the other night because we were watching. I know, shocking. We were watching through Frasier.
Oh,
we were watching.
that's surprising.
It's a brand new show, and I was like, we came and said, and it was one of those ones where I was like, oh, it's this episode. I can't wait to and I almost texted you and Joe because it was the Aquavelva. I don't know why.
Oh yeah, I don't know why.
Yeah. I think you'd be, what would, if he was a human, who would he be like? And she said, I don't know why.
I don't know why. Yeah,
Mick Jagger. I don't know why. And they're like, and then at the very end, because he's like, she's never actually been committed. I don't know why. Because then Frasier does it, and I was just like, I also texted you and Joe in quotes, I don't know why. And I was like, I wonder if they would get what I'm saying.
I don't know why.
Careful, easy.
Careful.
Easy. Saw Rashida Jones talking about Black Mirror. Do you know anything about that? I know who Rashida Jones is because she was also just on Amy Poehler's show. Did you listen to that one?
I
yet?
did.
That one's fantastic.
Poles and bones.
So
They
good.
call each other. Yeah.
pajama dance party or whatever.
Oh
they
yeah,
have.
yeah.
Your wife would be into that. She'd be like,
We-
let's go.
yeah, for a
Like,
birthday, but and
yeah.
you have to do that.
Yeah, you have like,
Yeah.
yeah, you would be down for all those rules. Black Mirror, I also know very little about, but I have heard about it.
One of the guys, they talk about white guys who can dance in that.
Oh yeah, yeah.
And,
yeah.
and the one guy they mention is in New Girl. He's one of the main characters.
Oh,
in New,
okay.
Yeah, Max Greenfield.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, so that's funny.
Watched a few episodes. It's interesting. I have never watched it because I've just always heard, for the most part, Black Mirror. It's like that's a little too close to being real, and it's also very depressing. And it's like, you know, 'cause it's usually, I mean, it's like, I don't know, like I even how to describe it, but like for some, when I've heard people talk about it to me,
Why do I
it's
think
always
I've
like
heard-
dystopian and like sad and like here's where technology is going to fail us, which it already is, obviously. But it's like that's why it's too close to real. It's like technology's doing this. You know, anyway. So
Yes.
it's kind of like Twilight Zone-ish, but maybe like a little more depressing.
Oh, okay.
I don't know. Maybe that's a good way to put it. I don't know. Anyone else in chat want to help me out there? But I've never watched it. I've not done it. I do like Rashida Jones though. I think she's very fun.
Oh yeah,
I think she's super talented. So
and crazy talented.
yeah, exactly, Mills. I saw that pop up because it's like there's a new season or the final season is coming out, and I've never watched that show. Period. But
Yeah,
I'm
I
just
don't
like,
watch that.
and like now it's literally like, again, and I don't feel like I'm being hyperbolic. It's almost like getting there. They're going for it. Siri bot, thank you for immediately getting rid of this piece of garbage right here. But you know what we got to do? We got to go one more step. We got to report. Why do I report?
Why do you report?
Because in about a half hour, I'll get an email that says, we've seen what you've said. Let's take a look at it. And then I'll get another email from Twitch that says, we've actioned your report.
Oh, good.
And it makes me feel like I've rid
Okay.
of some horrible degenerates in society, even though I know
Spam,
they'll come right back.
scams.
Yep. Yeah, I get to pick all these things. So we'll go with spam. And then I always just...
We were
Good-
having a really nice evening
We were
talking
having
about
a
beverages
nice-
and movies. And this person jumped in.
There we go. I don't block them, though, because I'll take the view. They're good friends. Yes, they are very good friends. I think Baker would actually like that podcast. Like I said, I think it's super fun. And I don't know. Amy Poehler is also, like I said, one of my favorite people. Like I said, just like her.
Oh, yeah.
you know, like Parks and Rec and just everything else.
She's on a Dak Shepard podcast. You'd like that.
I don't follow. I need to do that one.
You
I
should
just
look at that one.
I just got rid of a podcast today. I was like, I'm not gonna. I listened to some of it today. I was like, I don't think I'm ever gonna listen to these.
Okay.
Kicked to the
Who
curb.
was that? It was Dak Shepard.
It was Shepherd something. I can't remember. His first name. It was Kristen, whatever her name is.
She, but I saw that coming up, Amy Poehler is going to be on Smartless. I'm enjoying. I'm going to enjoy listening.
That's gonna be
to that.
nuts.
Yeah. So I don't know what they're. Hopefully they still. I mean, they have.
I
kids
think
together.
so. I feel like
Hopefully
it.
They
Like,
get along.
and what's funny too
But
is
still,
at
it
some
seemed like they
point,
do.
at some point it had come up, and because there was, I don't think anything like, because obviously Adam Scott was talking about how he's married and all that kind of, and I don't think I get anything, but there was like this thing for a while that he and Amy Poehler actually started to, and then that's what broke up Will Arnett.
Who did? They,
Between Adam
oh,
Scott and
Adam
Amy-
Scott.
when
Oh,
they,
okay.
when they were working
Oh, when
together
they
on
were-
Parks and
okay.
Rec,
Okay.
that like kind of like broke up, like had some sort of
Okay.
effect on the
Oh,
divorce.
really?
Again, I think it's all like hearsay, like whatever. Because
Yeah.
obviously
Okay.
they had them on. They're about to have Amy Poehler.
Right.
But it was funny because there was one comment by Will Arnett in this last episode that people were picking up on, where he was like, "Oh, listen, have you ever? Have you ever?" God, it was something like, "Have you ever created like emotional tension between yourself and another person that affected a relationship?"
Oh,
He says something on there that's very pointed that could be interpreted like, it's not quite that. I'm super
Okay.
paraphrasing.
Yeah.
But it's like that. I was like, oh my God. Like, and everyone started laughing. So I'm assuming it's probably not even a thing, or maybe he was tying into like all these kind of internet rumor stuff or whatever. But
Adam
But yeah.
Scott. When was Adam Scott married at the time?
oh, I don't know. Like I said,
Okay.
it was
And
just
it
a
was just
breaking
a
of the
rumor.
other.
Okay,
yeah.
yeah.
And
Yeah.
it seems like
Yeah.
it's not even.
Okay.
It's probably one of those urban legend type things. Look at those rugged good looks. Oh my God. Sam's looking in a mirror again. I find it weird that you typed it in our chat, but it's fine. It is what it is.
I matter.
All episodes out. I stopped watching so I could binge all in one go. I know. Do you like the binge? Do you like it where they drop everything, or do you like when you get like an episode a week? If you're kind of caught, I don't know. I'm trying to think of something you'd be watching right now where you'd be kind of caught up.
Well,
Okay, like if Arcane, like they're about to do that, would you want one of those a week, or would you want to be like they're all available right now?
I like the all available. I think because then I can on my time.
Okay.
And if I'm like, I need to know this answer. But, 'cause Only Murders in the Building goes one per week, and we usually watch
think so.
that.
Yeah.
And so I'm okay with that because I also know it's only going to be 10 weeks too. I'm like, I'll just wait.
Yeah, that's true.
So anyway.
Still have to finish the Daredevil finale. I know. I've heard people have been enjoying that show quite a bit. I've never watched any Daredevil. I've watched Arcane. I might have to add it. It's really good. Like I said, you have to like animation. I know it is not anime. It is not categorized as that, but it's like they. And again, we won't get into that discussion.
Good stuff.
But it is probably one of the most beautiful pieces of cinema and just merging so many different things. And again, the episodes I think are great. Like I said, the story. I mean, just because of the way for the art, the sound design, like all of those things are just absolutely fantastic. Like the stuff where they're layering on that cell shaded look, and then all of a sudden they're doing stuff that looks more, with the neon colors and how different things pop and different. It's pretty amazing. Played some TFT, and I like animated things. I mean, you still
we still play TFT.
You dabbled in TFT?
Oh, just yesterday.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
I didn't know. I haven't heard
a new
about it
patch
as much
came out a
anymore.
week or two ago.
Okay.
And so we've been. I think it was 3 weeks ago. New patch. Do you still have it?
No, I was.
Oh, I thought that's what you were doing.
No, I was like, I should probably put up a picture of the wine we're about to have.
Yeah. So no, it's we're still playing. It's fun
because there was that, and there was the double down,
double up.
Double up.
That's, that's
see me being pessimistic.
Yeah. I like to play a game while I'm on the elliptical. It really helps me just be distracted.
Oh, okay.
It's a lot of coordination though between the phone, looking for the cheat and so there is some coordination involved, but I like it.
Thankfully, it's just in your house. The bike.
That's right.
You're not actually out on the streets doing
Yes.
this. Okay.
Yes.
Oh man. Glad I caught the show. Just watched a local mayoral debate. I like it. I like it that you're looking, seeing what's going on in the world of politics. What we're going to do is we got to go grab the next beverage, the final beverage of the evening.
Right.
It is this right here. You heard good things from a coworker
I've heard good
that
things.
we trust.
Yes.
That we do trust.
Just a
implicitly. This is the Diamond Reserve Barolo. Diamond Reserve then means a certain price point as well.
Correct.
We'll talk about that after we go grab some glasses and whatnot and things. If I can find, there it is right there. We are back. Thank you guys all for hanging out. I appreciate it.
Produced in
My pants.
Sarluaga de Alba, the finest production
Jessica
area
Alba.
for Barolo. This traditional Barolo refines. Oh, okay.
Okay.
Refines for a minimum of 38 months in large oak barrels and the bottle.
Wait, how long?
38 months between the oak and bottle before it's released.
Okay.
Ideal pairing with wild game, elaborate main courses, and flavorful cheeses. One of the finest, one of the oldest family estates in Piedmont. Not Piedmont, but Piemonte.
Bersano.
Piemonte. Bersano.
Bersano Estate.
Yes.
Bellissima.
Yeah. We have one from this place too. It was a Barbera. It was called Nizza, and it said, actually, it goes good with pizza, which is what it sounds
really?
like. But I have not heard the favorable review of that one. From our source, but it's been selling. But I kind of wanted to try that because it was a platinum. It was the first time we've had a platinum or a diamond reserve from Italy, so that was kind of cool.
Some elk or wild boar, perhaps. Is that kind of like what you usually look to pair with something like this?
That sounds elaborate and gamey.
Which
Elaborately
is
gamey.
Here. Got it.
Yes.
I wasn't sure if I was going to be able to get that. It felt... I wasn't sure if it was going to budge, to be honest. All right, so Diamond Reserve, other than like one... Because isn't there one that's like, even though it's like a certain level?
No,
is
that's the
it a platinum.
The
It's a platinum.
yeah.
Okay,
That was $17.99 as opposed to all the others are $14.99. Yeah.
Okay. Diamond Reserve. Does it have any goofy things like that, or is this?
There haven't been many of those. Maybe a handful. Maybe slightly more than a handful. Or count on your hand. They're $19.99.
$19.99.
Yeah. So for a Trader Joe's labeled wine to be at that price.
It better be
gotta
good.
be a pretty good value. Yeah.
And
I mean, it's got to be a pretty. Usually, those bottles then, if under the winemaker's label, are a $20 bottle for us then is probably supposedly 40 to 60 under the winemaker's label, but your mileage may vary.
Oh, if
the
the vintner's name was on the label, and
right?
it was
Whoever
there.
that vintner is, say it was J. Lore. I'm just making that
Right.
up. If it was a Trader Joe's that we were selling for 20, then supposedly under J. Lore's label, it'd probably be like a $40 to $60 bottle.
Gotcha. Okay,
That's
that makes sense.
in general, in plus or minus. That's the theory. So Barolos, usually, we talked about this before in our experience, and we haven't had a lot. They're usually on the drier side. Food wines, usually a little thinner. So that's why initially I wasn't interested in trying this, but and our inside source for information, he said he was looking forward to hear what we thought of it.
Because he was purchasing a case of this, or at least he said
he was going
intended
to. I don't know if he did.
He had intention.
It was its intention. Yes.
Yeah, definitely a little lighter in color.
Yeah. Yep.
Like kind of watered down, like iodine or something. Like there's like a little like coppery in there.
Yeah,
like,
there is. Yep.
There too for some reason.
Tincture of methylate.
Ooh,
Oh wow.
I like that.
It's only 14, but I'm getting a lot of alcohol right now.
Good amount of alcohol
so I'll let
in
that
there.
flash off.
Definitely like black cherry, black currant. Like I said, there's like some darker fruit, like a little black raspberry maybe in there. Little oak maybe, like there's like some sort of like earthy, woody at the very back too.
It has an earthiness to it. Almost like it reminds me of. There's something whiskey-ish back. No, it's almost like leather, maybe leather, earthy.
Okay,
something.
yeah, actually, maybe a
notes.
little bit of leather in there. That's actually a good call.
And then there's also a deeper flavor in there that I haven't quite been able to.
Good amount of alcohol was my stripper name in community college. Was that your stripper name, or was that just what you needed to actually get
That
up
was
and
your
strip?
slogan.
That was actually what you need to get up and strip. I need a good amount of alcohol, and then I'll get naked up there. Originally thought that said Bartolo, and I was hoping Bartolo
great
Cologne was
reference
making
there.
wines now.
Oh my goodness.
That would be pretty good. Bartolo Cologne.
Baseball reference there, yeah.
Carnage will hit you with a baseball reference. One inspired the other. That's fair. That's fair.
This is a Bartolo.
Alcohol's kicking down a little bit. Did you say
Yeah.
14%? Sushi, how's it going? Good to see you,
Sushi.
Sushi. How are you?
Yeah, I think I read 14 on there.
I don't know if these are technically Barolo, but I just like these usually more often for red wine. Like, I don't know if we should have had something a little more compact or something.
I'm fine with that.
Okay. Well, that's interesting. May the beans be with you. Definitely holding through initially on the dry. Like
It's
very,
dry.
very dry. Is that technically tannic, or is tannic back like where?
Yeah, that's dry is back there. Is
Okay,
usually where
'cause I'm
that
dry like
tightness-
everywhere.
Yeah,
But usually the tannins
tannin
you're
is
talking
usually
about
the
cat-
farther back.
Okay,
Yeah,
all right.
yeah, the tightness of that. But yeah, it's definitely dry.
This has basically just been at room temperature.
Yes.
So-
Yes. Depending on the room,
Yeah, whatever temperature a room is, it's always room temperature.
it's always room temperature.
Right, would say. Your royalty check is on the way. Settle down. Best laugh he's had in years.
That is dry.
Yeah, I don't know how much of a fan I am of this one at
And
this
thin.
moment. A little thin. There was definitely some initial, like I said, that it was a very bright cherry, maybe almost cranberry kind of came through initially. Like I was
Yeah.
getting that. And then it's like all of a sudden it's like, oh, and everything's kind of dry. Like I'm having to fight through that a little bit.
I like the complexity of the aroma.
I did too. Like I said, yeah, it was the black, like I said, some of the darker fruit, like the black currant, black raspberry, then the cherry. I bet like some alcohol, a little bit of wood, maybe.
I bet this just needs to open up even more than
just let it sit a little
then
bit.
We can swirl away. That's what
2020.
That's what yeah, it's a
Should have gotten it fresher.
So with 38 months in oak, so it was it's been around the wine itself since 2017. Or maybe that's what. No, it could. If I couldn't have. That's the 2020 vintage. Okay, so they just bottled it. Then it's not that old. The wine was 2020, and then they aged it for 3.5 years. Okay, 3 years. Yep. All right, got it.
So the wine is not a Clark Griswold Christmas tree. Finally tried a poppy soda, lemon lime. Did not care for that flavor. The poppy sodas for me are definitely very hit and miss. Like some of them, I'm like, oh, this one's pretty good. Like I think it was like a cherry lime that I had. That one's usually like pretty decent, and a couple others like have been good, but have not been my favorite when it comes to those.
Yeah, I haven't had the lemon lime yet, but I think I may have one back there still in there. And I think the cherry lime is good, or the strawberry.
You started claiming you liked the Dr. Pepper one and something else. Also,
the root beer one. I know
the root beer was terrible.
I know it was weird. Maybe it's just
because
I haven't bought any more.
Oh, okay.
Maybe I just had to convince
full
myself.
tree, a lot of sap,
a lot of sap.
Yeah, a lot of sap. Gods.
Whiskeys of the world from Costco. Tanzania whiskey.
Ooh, it had a plum taste. Ooh, nice. Whiskeys of the world from Costco. Oh, was it around the holidays when they had that? Oh, okay. I do like the flavor. I like the first half where it's like, oh, I'm getting cherry,
flavor.
Almost got a little chocolate, got a little leather. Like there was some other things in there. Again, all kind of on the lighter side, the wine being a little bit thinner.
Right.
But and it seems like that's kind of classic to style. Like I said, I don't know,
Yeah.
But anyway, but then after I'm getting home, I'm like, oh, it's pretty good. It literally feels like my mouth is just in a war against the desert.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
When it comes back, definitely recommend. It's kind of fun. I have thought about doing that, and like I said, I think I would finally pull the trigger this year, Mills. I think that would be really fun. If anything, you could almost do that as a podcast. Like every week, we just do a different one of the whiskeys of the world that we just keep pulling it out.
Sponsored by Costco.
Yeah, well, that'd be even better if it was sponsored. Oh my God, that'd be fantastic.
We tried. There was
amazing.
a GSM Plus, is what it was. Trader Joe's called. It was a platinum.
Okay.
So it had Grenache, Syrah, Mourvedre, but then it had like 2 other grapes I'd never heard of. But we went over to my in-laws' house for dinner last week, and my brother-in-law was going to be there. So I was like, no, I'll grab this little something. And it was, I think, even higher. It was either 15 or the high 14% alcohol, which kind of came through. But at the beginning, it was very cherry and kind of dry and not. But then it opened up and also paired well with the meal that we had.
Oh, okay.
The meat had like a sweet kind of glaze sauce to it, so the sweetness really actually brought it mixed with the dryness pretty well. So so that was something else that might work as well.
You could become the new Costco guys. I thought it said nude at first. I had to read it like twice. I was like, I don't.
Well, I'd be the old Costco guy.
No one wants that. Yeah,
I'm the old Costco guy.
Yeah,
That's my new character. I heard the rumor is they're opening one up in Oro Valley Marketplace. You heard that?
Opening up what?
Costco.
Oh, I was like, what?
You and we're opening Oro Valley Marketplace.
I know. So I was like, we are?
Yeah.
Coach, we were going to kiss. We were?
We were?
I had not heard that.
Yeah.
Wow, really? I mean, there's a lot of real estate up there with people that have left.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, in that.
Sadly, because of that. Like
that
I said,
was such a poorly built
Yeah,
poorly built hodgepodge.
That would be interesting. I have not heard that.
Yeah. I guess because this one's so crowded all the time.
Yeah.
Trying to eliminate that and bring more people in. So.
That area at Oro Valley definitely needs it. They need businesses coming in. That's all we'll say about that.
Yeah, until that dryness goes away.
Yeah, it's lessening.
Oh, I need that. Let me say, I need that dryness to go away for me to enjoy it more. Right now, like I think, like you said, it's like, ooh, but that's funny though. I think I've almost, it's like a South Park joke where now I've tried it so many times. Now I've gone beyond the dry. Now I'm actually at the end of my sip. I actually do feel my mouth watering, but I don't know what's happening here.
What's going?
What's going on?
No, that's what I was just gonna say. Like I said, it's definitely lessening. Like I said, several
Yeah.
sips in as it's been open. Like I said, kind of, getting to breathe a little bit, as they say. It's less, but it's still there. Like I don't think I've had a wine in a long time that was that.
Yeah.
Like like I said, that.
But maybe
dry.
that's the sign of a good wine.
I want a Barolo.
I want Barolo.
Please, hopefully, you watch the Smartless podcast.
Yes, if
and
you don't, that's what we're referencing.
Yeah, that's what we're referencing.
We're carrying that on now.
We are. Yeah, we should carry on.
They handed it off to
We
us.
should carry on their jokes that have gone really stale. We should just like keep going with it.
You've seen Air, right?
Yes, the Michael
Okay.
Jordan. Sorry,
Yeah,
I was like,
yeah.
Up in the Air with George Clooney.
No, that I've seen.
Yeah, that I have not seen that. Is that with what's her name too? Karen? No,
Anna Kendrick
Anna Kendrick. That was
And,
what I was looking for. And George Clooney,
and George Clooney and the
Billy Bob Thornton.
Vera Farmiga,
Oh.
who was in.
It was like Vera Wang, the designer.
No, she was in The Departed. It was a psychologist.
I have not seen that in a while.
Okay, so anyway, she's in it too. They were both nominated for Best Supporting Actress.
Oh,
And neither one won, I think.
oh, that's a
As far
bummer.
as I know.
They split the vote,
Yeah,
and
they
some
probably
other random
did.
person
They probably
stole it.
did.
That's good. Very
Yeah.
happen.
Yeah.
That will happen.
Yeah, that's good.
Yeah, no, I want to like this more because I like
Yes.
I like the aroma.
Yeah.
I like the opening taste. But yeah, if that does not
Well, you can let me know how it goes.
dissipate, yeah, I would definitely. This would be one I'd be very interested to try tomorrow. Like I said, or like I said, in the next few days. Paco, how's it going? Good to see you, Paco.
Hi, Paco.
I'm almost getting like a little. The alcohol still seems to be staying around too.
Yeah,
I'm almost getting a little licorice.
could be.
Are you getting any? No.
Not yet.
I saw a shirt the other day that had a picture of the owl with the lollipop, and it said, "I know how many licks it takes."
Oh yeah.
Oh,
Nice. One,
a
two,
a three. So is that technically 4 because he bites it on the 4th one, or how does that go?
one.
He does.
Three.
3
No, I think
licks.
he does the 3. One.
A
two.
Oh, is the
three.
lick and the bite and
I think
okay?
that's
all right,
the-
that's fair.
yeah.
Just got home from getting kids from school. Oh my gosh, a late day. They must have had some activities. Glad I caught you. Glad you came in, Paco. It's good to see you.
I might need a little,
You want
just a
another
little bit
splash?
more. Yeah,
Yeah, that's what I was gonna say.
just a little bit more. Thank you. One,
Ding, ding.
a two, a 3.
School day ends at 4 every day. Oh, I did not know it ended that late. My gosh. Birthday celebrations went long. Oh my God. Biting is optional. It's optional.
A 2,
3.
a 3.
Sometimes that last lick just does it all. Makes it end.
Takes a licking and keeps on ticking. Oh, that's
not.
It's just that there's the scene in Air where Sonny's watching and he sees Michael Jordan the footage and he keeps going back and forth to watch Michael Jordan make that shot and he talks about that, and then I saw Roy Williams on Dan Patrick's show. It was from a few years ago.
Oh,
but Roy Williams is actually in that huddle.
Well, yeah,
And yeah, because he's obviously
he's
an
assistant coach,
yeah.
right? Because
And he pretty much says that that's how it was. He's like, well, we had this play, this, that, the other. And the plan was for James Worthy to blah, blah, blah. And then if not, there's a shot open on the other side. But then at the end, I guess Dean Smith actually does. He goes up to Michael Jordan. He said, if that ball comes to you, you're taking that shot. Or something like that.
Oh, wow.
And Roy, this is like coming. So I was like, oh, that's.
And Roy Williams said
yeah,
that?
Yeah.
Oh, that's
he's
cool.
like, he's repeating that story. Yeah.
They attended an after-school program that focuses on social emotional skill building on Monday, Tuesday. Oh, that's really cool, Paco. Nice. I would get that shirt, but there's no way I would ever be allowed to wear it. I know, Mills. I have seen it like twice now, and I'm like, oh, that'd be a fun. I was like, where would I wear it?
Yeah.
I have one shirt that I think is amazing, and I never like. I was going to wear it on stream, and I haven't even worn it on stream that much. Like I said, I just
Which
have
one
it.
is it?
It's for Buffalo Bills hand lotion, and it's all Silence Little Lambs because it's the little bugs.
Oh.
Take the lotion when you're done and put it in the
Oh,
basket.
Buffalo. I was thinking football Buffalo Bills.
No,
Oh,
Buffalo
okay.
Bill.
All right. I was
I
like,
have
how
that
does
one.
that? Okay.
We're at we don't judge, and if we do, it's
See,
funny.
there
That's
you go.
Yeah.
Pro and con.
Gone once again. Oh my God.
You'll be there.
It was more of a threat the other day. Like people were like, if you come, then we'll do it. I was like, I don't want to see that at all. No,
Yeah.
you've
Oh,
just
wow.
deterred me.
You have to make it very bevy friendly if you want to. If you make it friendly, he will. Well, I guess you don't want to be too friendly.
Just the right amount of
Yeah,
friendly.
that's right.
If they judge you, then you can mock their Corona shirts. That's true. Could you imagine if Keith and Andrew came to ProCon? That would really class up the joint. Oh my gosh. Keith, do you want to go to Missouri?
Have I ever been to Missouri? I don't think I've been to Missouri.
Oh my gosh. First time for everything.
That's right.
Yeah, this is really frustrating to me. And I think maybe it is just a letting, like I said, again, tomorrow will be
Tomorrow
the final
on stream?
tail of the tape. Yeah, I mean, I will 100%.
All right.
Because I like I said, the aroma I really like. I don't mind that it is a lighter body because I think it would be, like you said, it's good with food. Like that's
Yeah.
kind of what it's made
Can
for.
handle, yeah.
But some good fruit, like I said, a good mixture of fruits come through in the aroma. And then like I said, the taste, the first half, and that other second half is getting better, but it's still
Yeah.
where it's almost at now is usually with other wines, like where they start out. We're like, oh, it's a
That's a
little
good call.
It's a
Yeah.
little dry. It's kind of,
Yeah.
and then that goes away to nothing.
Right.
So
Yep.
they have roadside meth stands. There you go. Right there. Pretty quality stuff. Good quality. Buffalo Bill shirt I saw says, insulted. I have thicker skin in my base. Oh, wow. No, I have not seen that one. No, the one I have looks very decorative and it's really cool. And I've worn it once, I think to one of our get-togethers or something like that. But it's got the moths or whatever that he kept. And it's got this neat stylized, old timey writing. But yeah, then it says Buffalo Bill. It is lotion emporium or something like that. I can't remember what it was. I think the amount of work, like I said, that would be the question then to the person tomorrow that enjoyed
Yep.
this so much. Like I said, did they decant it? Was it something that they
Right.
loved the next day more than the first, or did they open it and they're just like, oh my God, this is classically everything I wanted to
Yeah.
try? And that that would be an interesting question to me. So if
Yep.
he wants to have a follow up that he can record no mic and we'll just play it on here.
I will do a follow up with
We'll
him.
do a follow-up.
Of course. Oh, of course.
Another good week of tasting.
Yes.
Next week,
Fun stuff.
as far as we know, we're going to do our drafts for the draft.
Oh, yeah.
Be
That's
our
right.
second annual, technically.
I think.
Last year was the first.
Was
year.
it the first? Oh, yeah. Yeah, I was going to say, right. It'll be our
that we were
second.
specific
Yeah.
to that? So
Yeah.
slightly longer stream next week, not too much longer, but slightly longer. They said we'll at least want to get to the Bears pick, and if there's
Which
something going on,
is
10 again.
10. Okay. All right.
So, like I said, yeah, hopefully this is the last year where it's an early pick for the Chicago Bears, but we'll find out. We'll see how that goes. But yeah, like I said, I think the first at least 10 or 15 picks could be kind of interesting. So we'll see where that all goes. So we'll hang out. We'll have definitely pretty much all beer focused show is what we did last time.
Drafts for the draft.
Yep. Until they trade down. It's like, no.
Yeah.
They have to find a trade partner, which I don't think they will. If the Bears didn't suck, we would have a longer stream. That's true. They would be. It's like, they're pick 15. Sorry, we got to go for 3 hours. That's very true. But anyway, we're going to come up with some fun beers for next week. But if you guys have any suggestions of stuff that you enjoy, you can always put it in the Discord. You can message us on Twitter and Blue Sky and all the other places, as well as here in chat if you're here live on Thursdays. See, if we hang out for if we hang out for another minute, we can raid someone literally right as they're starting stream. So maybe we'll just wait
Is that a fun thing to do?
Sometimes it is because
Yeah.
they're not expecting it. They just
Also
turn it on.
not-
And all of a sudden
holy shit.
They're like, yeah, exactly. It's
Oh
like, what
my
is
God.
going on? How dare you? No, how do you do that? Let's do it. See who could trade up to 10 again because the last time worked out great.
Who did they get last time at 10?
Billy Barty.
Oh, Pickett?
No, I have no idea.
I don't know.
No,
Pickett
who
was
did,
in the
who
20s.
did, Sam, you'll have to enlighten me. Yeah, who did you?
Who did you guys get?
Who did you trade up for? Who was it?
Russell Wilson. Oh, wait, no.
Owen Wilson? Devin Bush.
Devin Bush. Oh, okay.
That's a reference right there. Oh, linebacker. That does sound familiar.
Okay, so you don't want them
the
to
only
do
thing
that.
is if, like I said, if Shadur Sanders keeps falling, that's when there could be possible people wanting to trade up to 10 or 11 or something like that. So that's what you're having to hope for. But I just don't see it. I don't think they have anybody. I think this draft is very light on blue chip players and like I said,
it doesn't have a lot of like
the depth is not there of a lot of positions. So, and there's a lot, and like the second and third round, like which we have a lot of picks for, like I said, those are going to be some of the better rounds. Bit leaked that the Sanders meeting in Naga. Oh, really? Interesting. Steelers need a quarterback. They need to make a move this year. Sam, that's what we were talking about the other day in chat.
Jackson Dart.
I want Dart.
But that's just a great quarterback name no matter what.
That's true. It
Jackson
just seems
Dart.
fast.
Yes.
Secretly, the Steelers are trading up for Cam Ward or whatever. Isn't that his name? I think?
Yeah,
Right?
Cam Ward.
Okay. All right. We're going to wrap things up. We're going to go say hi to Haji. Haji has literally just started his stream a couple minutes ago. And he's going to be playing some Marvel Rivals. So go in and say hi, drop him a follow, all of those super, super fun things. And again, we will see you guys next week with drafts for the draft. Coming in. Oh, is it too much? I think it's too much. No, I hit
What's
the
too
wrong
much?
button. No, we're fine. We're fine. I'm realizing. Wait, where is it?
Something happened.
There it is.
What's going on?
I found the button.
All right.
We'll see you guys
Bye,
next
everyone.
week.
Yeah, thank you.
Drafts for
See you next
draft.
week.
Lots of beer and football next week. Good night.